Radio Democracy. I the love of the radio land. The voice of the masses. Hear this. Come on. Come down, selector. Come down, selector. 98.1. The voice of the people. Radio Democracy. Democracy. Radio Democracy. Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio Democracy. Democracy. Radio Democracy. Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. The true voice of the people. Radio D, to you there's no equal.
Second to none. Second to none. Radio D, you're still number one.
You are the voice of the voiceless.
Voiceless.
You are the choice of the voiceless.
Voiceless.
Real.
Show. Yeah.
Check it out. Check it.
They teach and preach, but good governance.
Radio Democracy, the true voice of the people.
From New Englandville Studios, good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Saloon, where they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today, na Tuesday, May 19, 2026, and we're glad for bringing this edition of the program Good Morning Saloon come to you. And we're bring the program to you this morning. My name is Usman Kamara.
And Musa Kamara Naminim, good morning. And we thought of the day, is a penny saved is a penny earned. We mean for save money also important like how you do work for them. These are the main points them inside today's edition of the program Good Morning Saloon. According to one political and social commentator, Mohammed Taiba, for make national development and unity day, the country for share power at the executive level we get for do with the presidency, vice president and ministerial level. The National Coordinator for Civil Rights Coalition, Alfonso Manley, don't ask the new Executive Director for the National Sport Authority and the Minister of Sport for make people begin contribute to the National Sport Basket Fund. As Radio Democracy continue for look inside the drug issue, we go talk to the Executive Director for Bianchi Foundation and the Executive Director for League of Democracy Advocates as they will talk about civil society position on the drug allegation around Saloon.
Well, this and plenty other stories there for inside the program this morning. Members say they listen live on www.radiodemocracy.sl, and same way so you get with from different radio partner them across the country.
You dey listen we live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM na Freetown, Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba District, Radio Malen 88.5, Radio 1J 101.3 na Pujon District, Radio Kolente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moi 105.5 na Kailau, Vopad Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sando on 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro na Pujon District, Advocacy Radio na Putloko District, Radio Katbami on 106.7 na Tonko Limba, Art FM on 95.9 na Moyamba District, and Tongo Radio on 107.5 FM.
Whether now partner stations, then we link we across the country, and the program Good Morning Saloon they continue. Now we go look at we first story inside the program. We go see the Commissioner for Customs Service Department and the National Revenue Authority, Tennessee Bio, don't call on the customs officer them now the different border crossing points them for be professional and protect people them and talk this we NRA go open Gendema border post na Salon Liberia border inside Pujon district. For more on this we join Theodora Rena.
The National Revenue Authority gets the mandate for collect tax for goods and service them na the country. One way they can collect them couple year now through them border them Gendema, then na the southern parts of Salon inside Pujon district and na the border between Salon and Liberia. Inside the past year them, the National Revenue Authority Customs Service Department don't they operate na this border. Usai through the tent, custom officer them they collect tax for goods the way people can enter na Salon. But this not be effective initiative and na been serious concern for NRA workman dem. For sake of this make over the weekend, NRA don go open one new custom post. But for nobody constrain where the National Revenue Authority Custom Service Department, we don dey go through na this post. Make the manager, Jendema Outstation, Muju Kalon, explain.
Some time ago, last year, 2025, it was in February, the board took a tour, and the chairman and the members of the board came. Because we not get location, because the office where we usually occupy don't be complex. We all know seasonally in the flood. Every year, water level will rise. So since then on, we don't basically squat, catch na Ministry of Health facility where they be for triage corona then. They will be there, and 3 of them will get, and 1 of them will be occupied. And so basically, as an authority at the border, we have a year office. And so when the board chair and the members in Canada see this situation, they say, no, this one is unacceptable. And the board chair make a personal activity for ensure that we at this part get a brand new office befitting for customs office na the border in the Republic of Liberia.
The Commissioner for Customs Service Department and the National Revenue Authority, Tennyson Bill, say the custom officer the way they work na this border don't they play their own part, as he say that they do plenty thing them. Usa it talk about trade facilitation, security, and plenty other one them.
We customs, our work is a very important one, but sometimes society seems not to understand what we do silently, especially for our colleagues at the border. I know working at the border is a very difficult job. Some of you are posted here, left your families. You hardly go today because we pledge not only to generate revenue for the country, but also to make sure that our borders are safe. We stand at the border of every day, in the sun, in the rain, in the long nights, and in uncertain moments to protect both Sierra Leone and Liberia. They are not just officers, they are the frontline officers protecting both countries. The board chair for this initiative, when you came into office, you assured us that you will transform the National Revenue Authority. And today, this place is going to be remembered because of the vision.
Where it be the give in keynote address, the board chair, National Revenue Authority, Cabinet M. Kalon, say this na in first project where it be chairman for the board. Also, it been go work on a different border them, but been see the condition of the Jendema border in all good. We make in and the board of director them been come together for make them go take that project say as them first project.
The dilapidated condition of existing posts which was below sea level down this way, that they usually cause flooding during the rains. This made it difficult for the authority to even install a Sikuda system at the border post, and also create a lot of hindrance in our trade facilitation role. As a result of the directives of the board, the Commissioner General and her dynamic team quickly went into actions and worked tirelessly to put the team of the board and the authority into reality. This historic event would not have been possible had it not been for the dynamic leadership of our great institutions and the robust oversight role of the board of directors, and also our neighboring country, Liberia Custom.
The custom controller, Bo Waterside, Pauline Somago, say they will continue for work with the custom department na the Jendema border, as he say na thin line divide them, and say they will continue for work fine for the two country them.
It made the way we deal with the traders very easy for us, and we are happy today that when you cross here, you hear NRA. When you cross on the other side, you also hear LRA. So it's only a letter. The person every time on the T line that divide us. So, it's difficult to tell who is a Sierra Leone if you don't listen keenly. I'm fighting hard to let the create a very soon my tongue will change. So I'm grateful to the community people. And I urge each and every one of you, see, we custom, until you support us, you will not get a return from us.
Madam Go end up assure NRA say they will continue for giving them full support so that security and trade facilitation go there between them two countries. For Radio Democracy, Mina Theodore Arena the report.
The program Good Morning Salundi continue. It come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. As we mentioned today inside the program Good Morning Saloon, Radio Democracy will continue for look inside the drug issue and the allegations them we get for do it Saloon for sake of the different drug incidents them around the world. And today we will talk to the Executive Director for Bianchi Foundation and the Executive Director for League of Democracy Advocates as they will talk about civil society position on the drug allegation. For sake of that, inside the program, I want to welcome Ibrahim Suri Dumbuya, who is Executive Director for League of Democracy Advocates. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Saloon.
Good morning to all of you, and good morning to all listeners, and good morning to all viewers.
And also, I want to welcome now the program Solomon Sundu, Executive Director for Bianchi Foundation. Good morning, Sundu.
Good morning.
It don't be a while.
Exactly. It's been a while.
Okay, welcome. And we go start with Ibrahim Suri for the League of Nations, the League of Democracy Advocates. We there for talk on civil society perspective on the drug issue, or the drug allegations them we did around Saloon. As people remember say, this BNTM, the Spanish government being catch one ship, we then say being gets cocaine and some ammunitions there, and be linked come to Saloon, say na Saloon it come out. Since then, and the government's been say then they do an investigation. We then know the investigation not come out, and but we will continue for get the view of people on matter like this, and this not to the first time. Plenty incidents then don't happen around the world where Saloon in him don't come inside for sake of drug, and government yet no clear then some of their allegations here yet. But we'll continue for talk to civil society member them. We come to Ibrahim Suri. Ibrahim Suri, lot of concerns and allegations around Saloon when it comes to drug issue. First of all, as civil society, civil society member, what you take on all of their allegations here and concerns around drug and dealing in Saloon?
Thank you. Our own position as I represent my organization, and that we are worried, we are concerned about the negative development of narcotic importation and exportation in our country. And we get concerns because drug business in any country, especially developing countries, it gets adverse negative effect. And to that regard, we know whenever drug business did in any country, it poses a threat to instability in any country. It also fuel organized crime. And it also undermined decentralized development. And sometimes it diverts government expenditure away from the positive development or fight against poverty or any decentralized development. And the existence or the presence of drug, especially the narcotic one, it also fuel hardship in any civilized nation. So when then things they are actually don't become so entrenched, because I will use the word entrenched, because quite recently we don't get a lot of facts about importation of drugs and exportation of drugs, meaning in coming into a country and out of a country.
When you say when I don't get a lot of evidence, then
we as human rights defenders, democratic advocates in our organization, the facts are there. They're out there for everyone. And we don't see you say boats come out Saloon, we go UK. Up till now, they didn't try them people in there with series of cocaine. And we report it exits according to the BL. Okay, we don't see people we are tried. People are being captured in Senegal as a result of narcotic, and they are Sierra Leoneans. And the transportation routes now from Saloon, and now we don't can see another huge one. Now, yeah. Before all them things there, we also see a flight we land Nalunge. At the end of the day, even lawyers were implicated as to how they bill them people and they then go. No explanation, The explanation are that the jet just mistake land and a saloon and this and that. When we get entrenched and very conform laws then in this country where they deal with aviation. If those laws and those procedures were flouted, then they allowed the jets for left. I mean, nobody no go use the alternative for tell me say the jet is not suspicious, but because probably it is an organized, as we don't say, this narcotic business now any country in organized crime. So because now organized syndicates, then the people can get their way out. So these are some of our concerns. The more we get, and we are worried. We are really, really worried because Sierra Leone is a developing country.
All right, Ibrahim, we don't get a lot of allegations, them, especially some both women kind of multi in the plane we just mentioned, and other one day we don't happen Sierra Leone and them between the borders and the rest, and most of them cases they are up till now we're not in no side. In this case, who that's for blame?
Yeah, well, primarily you get for blame government because government, they are charged with the responsibility for man their affairs, including security status, including unifying a country, preventing organized crime or dismantling organized syndicate. So you blame the government because not their primary responsibility, not their duty. So if such things keep the trespass or the happening in any civilized nation, then it means the government they don't become negligent as to how they for discharge their function, especially pursuant to Section 5 of the National Constitution, where it say now from we governments they get power. Now we the people and they give them power. So it means we give them the responsibility. The onus is on them for make sure say we live in a stabilized and unified country. And the existence of them things then they is seriously embarrass me, not even locally, internationally. I am a member of the International Peace Bureau. And I know we talk about these particular things. And sometimes when we go on international conferences or we discuss now forums them, it's very embarrassing for make us see they discuss my country in a very negative way. And not only that, I am a member of the African Human Rights Defender for Democratization. So I am the Secretary General. And I know what it takes, and I know what it means for make at international stage. We can't see it being discussed negatively. And I don't get first-hand experience about drugs. The first-hand experience now that any country where drugs, they keep the floats, they keep the associate with NIMTO. It also affect with immigration status. And me don't get first-hand experience. Severally, where I don't happen for travel out of Salone. I get an experience when I travel go Switzerland in Zurich airport. I was extensively searched beyond the normalcy just because of my Sierra Leonean passport. Not a normal check that. Okay? And it happened to me also when I be go in Germany. I was extensively searched beyond normalcy. And it happened to me again in South Africa. Guess what? When I post the embarrassment and they were facing for search me thoroughly beyond the normalcy on Facebook, I get past 200 messages from different people that will give me accounts, say similar thing happen with them. That tells you some people don't get mind for can speak. For tell you say, we are being embarrassed in international airports. But when I post, people in come, now me PV and say, then say facing similar embarrassment. And I mean, that tells you how we image, don't be branded. And we get a domestic statement always from our president say, it clean the country image. So if you are making efforts to clean the country image in another way, then drugs is being used as an alternative for neutralize such an effort, then I don't believe say the objective being promised towards developmental manifestos of a political party is going to be achieved.
It's
difficult.
Ibrahim, in recent time back, one of our colleagues, Melvin, faced the same issue. You said don't mention a lot of people. As from the point of civil society, you see that willingness there on government for handle this issue, because they as government official not the face any kind of embarrassment there. But you as normal citizen, they travel, you the face some. You believe say government, you see the willingness on government?
I absolutely 100% not see the willingness on government for actually combat this existence of we being linked or associated to drugs issues. The first thing we are going to establish for making you know, say government is actually not making efforts. Now the suspicion or the request by the Netherlands government of Belarus. You know, in any democratic society, you first primary focused among other primaries them. Now that you itemize for say you forget a strong relationship with international communities, other bilateral relationship to sister countries, and strong belief say developments can never be disturbed. And one factor where they disturb development, na drugs business na any country. So now, this Belarus an issue. This now just one of many issues they were going to establish for tell you say government really not ready yet. Before the coming of Belarus, it is factual and evident that the exportation and importation of drugs in this country will be minimal. But after the suspicion of Belarus living in the Republic of Sierra Leone, just within a twinkle of an eye, we see the magnitude at which the importation and exportation of drugs then at this country. Now, if such a person is being suspected living in Sierra Leone, and then they don't find him guilty in another country, and the quantum of drugs the way don't keguna, then advanced countries the way well digitalized past we own system, then they look for him and they don't find out say there, and he was seen in a picture. Then tell we say that not the person you look for. Then the police then come and say, I'm just trying to establish something. And the police then come and say, we not get just like in that person in that picture, na Belarus. I mean, it is evident in law that change of identity in name is legal for anybody. Today I can choose say I want for be named Usman Kamara, but that does not change my DNA to change my person. So it behoves the government to have done that which is necessary as requested by the Dutch government to say, let's do DNA and confirm if this is the actual person. And then you hand over.
But now, the just where you make mention of, government say they not get just. Now Umaru Sheriff, then see now that picture. And the Umaru Sheriff, according to the information minister who been getting some time back last year, they say the minister, the IGB don't launch manhunts for them where they go to the host and not meet and day. So for them, no Josh and the Umar Sheriff say for they see the picture no day again.
Make I tell you one thing before then they even come out for denying say or challenge say na Umar Sheriff then get. I mean during that process when somebody has been alleged of a crime, how you get the identity of the person, it is not by distance, it is by proximity. At that time, the man should have been held in custody while investigation go on. Then if the Dutch government still press say, that person in the picture, we are not challenging the name. It could have been possible that he don't change the name to Umar Sheriff, which now a legitimate right as prescribed by both international and domestic laws. Maybe you don't make an affidavit for changing name. So now, waiting to happen, now that government, as the entire impressive, the man being under custody, I mean an investigation, that does not mean he's guilty, but within the custody of investigation, that could have been a time then for them to say, okay, let us go for DNA and test if whether you're not the right person. And these are ways to prove a person's personality. These are ways to prove the existence of this particular person.
When it comes to the issue of drug allegation, government explanation not can convince the citizens then. I take you to the plane where you make mention of we land in airports with some Spanish and Mexicans then, where they say gets no identify the airport where it grabbed from Liberia to Mexico in the go, and later nobody even know again what happened the plane who say go that wouldn't be there inside. They say them find them, they don't left them, they don't go. You come to the container we be in the Nawataki, we them put na Kintom, where they say come on Brazil, later they say na gizzard in the inside. When it comes to this explanation, when it comes to Josh, government explanation didn't convince the people. You think that the state compromise in the issue of drug, trafficking or allegation of drugs?
We as we say, we don't need for make government can tell we say that compromise, but by their activities, them, by their responses, them, how they react to issues, go make one for belief. See, government they compromised, and this get for deal with security issue in this country. They get for deal with the economic issues in this country. They get for deal with dismantling of organized crime. So, in all them things there, the way they react to Belos, the way they react to that container. Mark you, may not be one of the person that will be the investigate that container. And I was all over the radio and TV stations, okay, with first-hand information. But guess what? I was threatened. I had several messages, calls. I was threatened. At some time, I'm afraid for my life. Because we saw everything that happened. We gave first-hand information to the government. It was, to be honest with you, I will confirm that particular container, the content of the container, because of the attitude and because of the systematic transportation of that particular container, it is not anything of such way than seeing him Bindidi. Because the doubt, even if we become suspected, as an advocate, and also, let's say you as a media practitioner, if you become suspicious of something, you go for investigate that particular thing. You also get to observe the circumstances. The circumstances can give you answer as to your suspicion. But if you tell we say we not for go close to the container, if you move container at a time where this now is suspected container where you're not supposed to move them, where journalists, civil society, they don't raise concern about that container, then you exclude them during the transportation process. Then you come with them in a strategic position very close to the sea. Then you also get away distance and bring other people and way they not even get a moral duty for them at that particular place there, for represent the people of Sierra Leone, for confirm what's in the container. My brother, that's enough. That circumstances they enough for put them together, for confirm say our suspicion, our investigation, we are well correct.
But we understand say that they open the container.
They open the container at a time where we do the investigations, we are not there. They open the just imagine we will raise the alarm. The open container where we know they when we raise the alarm. In fact, not to that place they for be open the container. I mean, we are a crime scene is being suspected, okay, to have established, and the evidence, okay, or the exhibit is in that particular crime scene. Then they automatically, therefore, make sure say they handle them for avoid any liability or for avoid any prejudice of the evidence. But moving from that place to that place, placing the container to a strategic place, stopping us from going close to the container, stopping us not to witness the opening of a container, well, that's been non-prejudice the evidence.
So, we'll continue for stay with me inside the program. Ibrahim Suri, Executive Director for League of Democracy Advocate. We'll come back, we'll look at institutions then rule in the fight and how they don't play them so far in all the allegations here around the salon. Continue for stay with me inside the program. Good morning, Salon.
Inside the program this morning, we come to other studio guests. We're Solomon Sunday, Executive Director for Biwanki Foundation. Good morning once more, Mr. Sunday. Welcome to Radio Democracy.
Good morning, Osman.
Alright, waiting my position on the issue of drug, we presently Salon named the Parade International negatively.
If you can recall, on the 10th, we, under the Good Governance Program, we put out a concern about citizens, discussions around, a Spanish, concern. We then say a vessel dock from, Sierra Leone, we now report, and now, they don't label, the ship for saying I come out with, junk of, cocaine. We also mentioned the, Jos Decker, if Edena Salon, how governments for come out and explain to the citizen. We also mentioned issues that we don't pass, like where you start for lady premise, because Mickey always say, governance is continuity. When you look at what they happen over the years in Sierra Leone, and not just one, zoom on the current, but also don't come out we make Salon named on the parade alongside drug all these years. I can go back to memory days because me can like go to history where the time we pack a baby day alive, blessed memory in time. Now I will see a whole ship we come, but then sudden day Salon, then Android phone, where they talk about communication, and not be too loud. But we still say we will be there, now the aim of affairs, we still say then come abandon, some people are even now you area longe, so man can for make a white paint, but the one we know the use of them, they make money out of them at that time. We also see under the past administration, I think 2007 President Nkrumah came. Just after 2007, 2008 or 9, we see a whole plane come in land where now we on border again, GK by the name, where, they all flee, go Liberia. As we speak, they under, sentence. Now the United States, they undergo the trials. We come back and see under President Bio, the same talk. Now they say we get a drug law or kingpin in Sierra Leone by the name of Jos Decker. Waiting at the concern, we say Sierra Leone, we endow with a lot of minerals. We now for the parade. Just recently, the country do it we call geophysical survey on minerals. From 17, now we don't go up to 30. We get different minerals. You get diamond, gold, zircon, uranium. You know them. Now we talk about oil. Why we the parade and propagates the country image into that kind of thing, rather than we dwell on people we are the same citizenry. And mark you this drug business, I remember at that time where we talk about the surrounding Guinea, where then in the Lansana Conte, it's a blessed memory in Peking, where within the sub-region talk about, and Guinea-Bissau and the like. I begin to say, West Africa don't begin be the hub for drug. If Salon don't begin to paint it, perhaps they don't begin to shift the attention from then Guinea-Bissau, then Guinea, the Canal, and Salon. We get to be very conscious. So under this administration, we don't see a lot of allege, because Mickey always say, because when you talk to government will tell you, say, that for example, this Just Deck will not get on a Salon. We not get clear, distinction or clarification of explanation. In fact, that's not the concern. If government, citizens don't raise concern over somebody where they say, when I get campaign, when I in, they be done already indict some in the Netherlands, we they look for them, but they don't can surface in Sierra Leone. I think say one of the things we government for don't do in the first place, that argument for say, no, let we exchange, let we get when I get this, because some of the thoughts when I get it by you and when I say no, that was not the thought. Governments forget one statement. Government for able for come and tell people and say, this is the person and this is who and this is not the person you are talking about. For me, I see that statement there, it be so confusing. This will kind talking on where when I give you a debayo or we say we give you it not be explanative, it not be the explanation not be clear.
But in all of this, Sundu government not one day come and accept say this happen. I mean before this ship, it contain away they say they catch in Nigeria with cocaine. They say come on with ports. Government not come out deny or confirm. Why is it government no they deny some of these things or confirm them to the citizens?
So that is the
concern.
That is the premise I'm building. All of the allegations, what would the Musa? governments forget a statement because we put them there for make them they talk to we as to anything where they bother within Sierra Leone, more especially the drug-related issues. You know, as me colleague, they talk about how Sierra Leoneans are out there, whether you are traveling, whether you want to earn visa. You need to talk about traveling. What about those who are now, you know, even who want to travel? They go for visa, then therefore look you at it, they look you country and say, oh no, you know, these are all allegations. You understand him? We're not good for we the citizens. Perhaps you want to go do your business. Normal businessman in the people in the way they go on other issues, family. You understand? Now salon that side they don't, you know, you don't entrench now or engulf with suspicion.
Okay.
What am I saying here? I think we need for call on the government. Jolly way they say. And wait till we raise, we talk about this concern being raised. We get sectors that we're responsible. For example, the ship we don't say a dock from Sierra Leone. We get maritime agencies.
But according to ONS, that's this ship not dock now.
Then let me learn. Maritime agencies, though we make the public understand that under we laws, maritime agencies get rights for give licenses to cargoes we want for fly the shores of Sierra Leone. With that they make huge money. I hope we know that one day. Maritimes they give licenses to ship where they come off from Sierra Leone, even then fishing boats or vessels where they move around. Where if memory serves me well, one ship perhaps where they do then transaction, the license can be 50,000 from the past. I don't know now I don't be. They make huge, the marine sector gets a huge impact on the economy. So they ask you, say, are maritimes really doing their job properly? Because one of the certificates then ship them, then vessels then where they come on as Sierra Leone. Una know the type of people una they give. Una don't do background check for una know if whether then people and they na genuine business that they do or then are drug peddlers. Because you get them. As you get the air, you get the land, you get the sea. Now so how motocar they travel from here to Kono, Makeni, all of them different motocar. Now so the air self they get different plane. When you tell you say this na boat 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, you get ship. Then way they own work, so man are for fishing, so man are for carry goods, right? Okay. So if we give them licenses, then they wanna do what we call background check, because at the end of the day, then cargo where they carry Salone flag, let people understand that flag, if they catch them with anything, na Salone force. The reason being because na Salone give that registration to that cargo day, so that that name the first they come up. Waiting the inside now, who say come out, who say dock, that's another explanation. The other area we will look at, information, how we way to disseminate message from the media. If the social media now what they look at, this now we country, we all know so one for see the good thing. We all blame government for then, ineptitudes for bringing information to the people as to how then see the link with Sierra Leone. We don't tarnish Salone image. We all look at government, but also we way they disseminate message and not just they go capture information, yes, and not educate the people in the first place. If this ship now maritime now they don't give the license to them people there, first let we know now a dock. We get what to call the bill of lading. Now any country where they come out, right? That bill of lading they indicates waiting they inside any container. It'll tell you whether or not this or that's the inside. And we get the article that plus. Where now don't make things simple. That's then say the scan. They go know what's in the inside. But always say ship. Because then ship are where they come. So they come deliver just the goods. You don't know what's in the inside. But they don't can deliver. They don't come on at the shores of Sierra Leone don't go. Right? So it get for be a collaborative effort within the agencies.
But agencies they put people in a gap. One, the ports, up till now, they not talk to people. Maritime administration, not the same thing. But we get ONS, we pull a press release, we say the ship not dock here. But again, we get somebody from the SLPP government, we are Honorable First Member of Parliament, Munuru, we say the ship dock here. So the information they look mixed up, and this they make people feel suspicious.
I agree with you, Usman. That is the call of the good governance program. That we need to get a strategic communication. We call on the Ministry of Information and Civic under the good governance program. That's made them get the relevant, stations. For example, Marine, you talk about the port authorities, you talk about the harbor authorities. Call them. Let them come and talk to the people of Sierra Leone. I think that will call make to the Ministry of Information and Civic. Because if una don't centralize the discussion, or for say the information for B1 on a segment, una try for link up them people and they and come and talk to the people. So you are correct that the relevant institution, what they look at governments, you get ministries, departments, and agencies. But why then people they can't talk to the people? And that is a call. Una talk to the people as to how they run the affairs of their offices and they, because now we put una day. And no matter if the president, now we'll vote the president, not so, now we'll put the president there. And if the honorable they talk so, meaning there is a missing link here. One is saying X, the other one is saying Y. So who is who to believe? In this case, we are calling them to come out strongly. We constantly name for the cleansing out of drugs, but also I am advising, make and learn with the media. Let us not just see things and capture them, hook and sinker. John Lekwe say that because of then they respond, make the media safe, they spread the news. Because if you not get who that they can't talk to you, say no, not so with this. Now we get license, but this license will give now so. You understand? So for me, I want to see the governments. May them come out this time round. If just DEC or DECA is in Sierra Leone in the first place, let we clarify that one. Then I mean for understand say the Netherlands and Sierra Leone governments will not get this extradition and treaty. So if then they try to work on it, that is why you're saying if they work on it, meaning Sierra Leone get 14 up and say we self no need any kind of person here. You understand? Let that treaty they be signed, and if that treaty they sign, if this individual will link to Just Tech, let them come out and say we have him here, or we'll not get him. Let that be one statement.
Now, if you look different video them and also government people, plenty of them, they named on the play around. For example, we see a video wherein somebody with in charge of the drug agency. We get somebody when the chief immigration officer. Then two key people they in a video with somebody where people are, let's say, na Joss. And also we get somebody within a port where they head the. You think so at this moment, government for them puts them people on their side, or police begin question them for know the relationship with the between them and that particular person there?
I think saying a value point one day. That is a very good point in what you're saying. Governments get the owners now. Like them people in the way they don't link. For example, you talk about the former immigration officer and boss with sack. You talk about, I think they're all in a sack, then sack them.
And this now just after the video, they sack that.
Thank you. So let me say that what government needs to do now probing into those actions. You don't proactive for sack the individual, but also be proactive to do the investigations that link the individual with Just Tech and the immigration officer. How comes then able forget that nexus? That I think say governments will urge them now for make them do. When I don't sack. Yeah, we don't relieve them people who have from their duties, but want to see further investigations. Let we lay the thing to rest. And as I say, we are in political, well, I say we now with kind politics where they play in Sierra Leone. But me not they say anybody when are politicians don't link Sierra Leone because you want to have, you have political quest or power quest just for you to have power. You blackmail because it don't happen over the years. Would they use certain thing for make we just get the seat of power? That's not the good for Sierra Leone. Don't use anything that will blackmail Sierra Leone because at the end of the day, Lord will say you can't do tomorrow. The same thing will continue almost. As I don't mention, we see inside Pakaba, a commodity, a come to and it's by Kuruma now to Julius Mada Bio.
Sundu, is it that you think government are aware of some of the allegations around, or not even aware of some of them things here where they happen? I mean, the central government itself.
They know. Now yesterday, where they go through some news outlets, I see, like for example, the Spanish, one of the paper. I don't know how true is that. They talk say no, this ship we then talks in high commot. They don't get say no, not to high commot, and not get any link. That might the paper way I see, but there is no confirmation from that because on paper it can be anybody can design. But let the governments from the Spanish, let the governments come out and say that is the point. We all then for make we see say Salon name we will travel, just like we mentioned, Melvin, just like we, my brother said, mentioned, we travel. You know, that link for say salon man, now drug they deal with. We need the benefits, we need the sniff, we need the cook out of farm, we need to do anything out of farm. While we now, we not the man that puts on this way. Or we want to go for educational business. We want to go visit to family. We want to go for organizational programs. While we for be attacked.
Okay.
And that is the call we are making to government. That's cleansing. You have president on the go with one cleansing salon name, but with drug, the name cannot be cleansing. And if they're not enough, people will use that against the very governments now in power to say no. Internationally, you have been, alleged that una get Kimping na no one for look. So that is the call we are making.
Okay, continue for the way to inside the program. My name is Solomon Sunday, Executive Director for Bianchi Foundation. As we do, how they look inside the issue of drug, the plenty allegation there with salon they get internationally. When we come back, we will look how this will affect the country name in terms of development.
Bloomberg Digital Banking don't come for we.
I said so. You look stressed so.
Nah, banker they won't go so.
Me sister, go digital.
Digital?
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital Banking. Just tap, click, swipe and send money, receive money, check your balance, pay your bills and get quick loans before Jacko cuts your eye.
But Abu left fly.
Well, bring your phone.
Not so easy and quick.
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital, you can bank with freedom any side na the world. Your money is safe and secure. Also, you can do business and transfer money instantly by your currency across Africa. Quick one with Colats.
Wow! As from today, call me Aisatu Bloomberg Digital. I dey go tell all me party them for join Bloomberg Digital Banking.
Go ahead and download our digital banking app from Google Play Store and Apple Store, or visit any of our branches for further details. For no more, you can visit our website, bloombankafrica.com. Bloombank Africa. Let's make it happen.
Kano Immigration and Visa Services is your best service provider to travel to Canada on study, work, or pleasure. We can facilitate your visa process, work permits, express entry program, family sponsorship, Canadian school admissions, Canadian citizenship, self-employed persons program, and many more. Come to us at 28 Walpole Street, Siaka Stephen Street, Freetown, or reach us via email at info@kanoimmigration.com or via 075-143-299. For more information, go to www.kanoimmigration.com. We are at your service.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue. Remember, say at any time from now, we get the spokesperson for Office of National Security, Abdul Karim Will, as he say, want for clarify some issues them, and also go update the public how far and they with the investigation. The program now Good Morning Salon, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Continue for sending you message on the number 077-981-981, or sending you message on our YouTube page or Facebook. We will read them out and make authority that we concern here some of our concern they will not get. The program now Good Morning Salon, and inside the program we take another issue. One political and social commentator, Mohamed Tahiba, say for national development and unity, the country for share power at the executive level, we get for do with presidency, vice president, and ministerial level. Mohamed Tahiba talked this in our interview with Radio Democracy. Usa Emily talk about concern them we get for sake of the review of the 1991 constitution we government they do now. He talk more to Adeyemi Jackson inside this interview.
The purpose for this engagement, I can't talk to the media. Let them help talk to the politician there, for let them introduce PR system will include the executive. By that I mean, then two parties when one win election, one of for take all thing. The cake, they are two for Shiba. So if party A gets 60%, party B gets 40%, party A not for take all thing.
Or why you they call for power sharing at the executive level?
Now because I feel to say without that, the country not going to be peaceful. The country na cow, You angry not go win small till you take all that cow there. Yeah? All them fed here. we people then they vex. Now because we one party win, the one that we been there in power, they all they run away. Then they make inquiry and then look at Ernest Kroma self, he run away, ain't he? If not been PR been there, that no for happen. Albert Magai they all be run away. Bakaba they all be run away. Then seize them property there. But that for stop, bro. That for stop.
In the 2023 election, the ruling party SLPP, we formed the government, used the PR system in the 2023 election. But the PR system now one way the opposition they against, because according to the opposition, not they give equal representation.
That PR way they introduce, now the one way just stop now the House of Parliament. Me on PR where they talk about, hey that cow, we now the government, the minister, now I want for let them shape. Yeah, the one way they introduce, it they help small. Why? Because now we person die by election or day again. The one we count second, and then just put there. But me on PR where the chalkboard. Now the PR way then they shape minister, then they shape ambassador. But we country we cook now one pot, and let we all eat that one from that one pot day. Let one person not take all thing go. When they do that, you go fed done.
Now we look at the issue of coalition among political parties. In the 2007 election, we see the APC and the PMDC merge together and they win the 2007 election. And later, some ministerial positions were given to the PMDC. The same for the 2023 election. We see the SLPP and the NGC also merge, and we see some positions also given to the NGC party. But we don't see the outcome of the coalitions. Now they call for power sharing at the executive level. You not think say it will create a kind of war between the political parties and we go to share position at the executive level?
No, you know, go for that example we give you, we are not being called PMDC. Then they na private deal no more. Then they not to think. This one we meet the talk about. Then for pass as a law. Say if one party win, let us say 60%, now 60% of the position then, now if for take. The other 40%, now if forgive, the one we get the 40%. I believe say if we do and so we depend law, nobody, no cuckoo, jumuku no get from happen.
What are some of the advantage of sharing power at the executive level?
Right, you get plenty advantage. I don't tell you say that executive level they na the cow. When they kill cow na village, then they cut one leg. They say, "But you are una go give them one day under. Una cut this leg, ya go give the other one." The executive na they bend to they na the sweetness day. If they sheba, fed no they can for
the ongoing constitutional review process, this campaign where they pioneer now, you don't make a known to members in the constitutional review committee?
No, me I tell una say, na una the journalists there, na una voice me respect. The constitutional review committee, if they talk anything to God, if una they against them, then they afraid, okay? But if una don't come with one voice in that day una want, then they do. And me, I don't tell una, me I go join una. But let this country, but let we put them na a pedestal of peace, yeah?
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue with that now. One political and social commentator, Mohammed Tahibami, they talk to we reporter Adeyemi Jackson, Usa Isse, a want for make then share power na the executive level. We get for the president, the vice president, and ministerial level. The program na Good Morning Salon, as we tell una earlier on, say we get for talk to the spokesperson for Office of National Security, Wina Abdul Karim Will. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. William. Welcome to Radio Democracy.
Good morning, Radio Democracy. Good morning, Mr. Leon.
All right. You say you want to give update and make some clarification. Go ahead.
Yes. They listen to the program and I think say Bokuti they and talk so no representative we can talk the last time we come with a press release in relation to this allegation say they seize cocaine at the coast of Libya. If I can quote exactly what we did at the press release and what I talk, the fact say we don't see information with the paid on social media relating to allegations say they hold a ship at the shores of Libya by Spanish authorities. But we don't launch an investigation, don't constitute a team to investigate the entirety of the voyage of that very vessel day for determine whether the ship docked as alone or not docked as alone, waiting happen and waiting happen. Now that one in there we talking, assure the public say we come back to them for giving information in relation to the status of that investigation day. Never at any point did we say the ship does not dock in Sierra Leone or it docked as alone, because now the information will come from social media, different platforms. We need for verify that one before we come out to the public. And that one in I want to clarify. We not talk say ship not docked as alone or a docked as alone. The press release, if it is in your front, you can tell you say now that we investigate this allegation of a ship coming in Sierra Leone or not coming in Sierra Leone, and which are the circumstances relating to that particular matter there.
All right, as you say, investigation they carry on. From where you left now to now, waiting at the new thing will happen in terms of the investigation we want to do concerning the ship.
Very short, they will come out to the public. Maybe in the next 12 hours, we'll come to the public and give the information and update on which are the status of that investigation. But I want to assure the public say that investigation is very active because of the delicacy of that investigation day. I don't think it will take time for now we find out exactly what happened. So that when we inform the public, we'll give them the correct information.
All right, Will, we don't get somebody, very senior somebody from the SLPP party, we confirm say this ship dock naya. We now honorable new.
So we investigate from the security point of view. Whatever now the investigation with somebody they do, we not too concerned about that one. Now that make in the press release, we also give appeal to members of the public on the need for them to support with any information or intelligence relating to this one. Now that same call they make anybody get information because it's not about the country. If somebody gets something for add on to the investigation so they conduct, they welcome it. Now that make the press release, we put out a number to indicate, say, if you want to talk to somebody in relation to this one, call that number and report on the matter.
All right, almost institution or individual presently on the investigate.
Several institutions, all of them details and they go come. All of them details and they go come when we reach out to members of the public very shortly. I just call for patience. So we reach that level later will disclose all of that.
All right.
As long as it's important for the public.
Okay, plenty. Thank you for that update. They will.
Thank you very much for getting me.
All right, in name na Abdul Karim Will, in the spokesperson for Office of National Security, as he say, between 12 hours, then go update the public about the investigation we presently carry on concerning the ship for know whether a dock naya or not. Musa?
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. We still get studio guests them. We get Executive Director for Bianchi Foundation and the Executive Director for League of Democracy Advocates as we continue to look at the issues of drug allegation around Salone, what's in the civil society then perspective. And you just get from Will, the last time we've been getting and don't just talk about the updates about the investigation we see in the publish. What do you expect at the end of the day? With the investigations here.
Firstly, I go on for say from where this issue happened, it's over a week now, and the contributing factors towards derailing of a democracy, towards how we democracy it can shrink. One of the contributing factors them are institutional failures. And waiting just manifest now from the response of my brother should say institutional failures are really entrenched in Salone. When you get an institution, it works with organogram. And what's in the make the institution achieve the goals. Now, when you make the institution become effective and efficient. And one of the efficiencies now timely communication to urgent and very serious matter. If the government at this material time, because this is not a government institution, so holistically we describe say government. If government at this material time, via the Ministry of Information or the the ONS, Office of National Security, not able to come out with a timely responses as to this particular issue, were very serious and urgent, then it means the drag foods or whatever, something fishy. And it also means that probably there is what we call an adverse information management that can take place right now. How they will come for manage the damage where the Salone image already get at the international world. Because it is very urgent and timely. This is a yes or no issue. And with urgency, it shows that we get effective staff as to how we are able to obtain information. The thing simple, Dutch government do press statements and say the ship dock from Salone, it exits from Salone. We have that kind of moral and bilateral relationship with the Dutch government. What precludes the ambassador within in charge of Dutch yanda, Holland? Oh yeah, let's say now Holland within a region, I think Belgium is based, right? But in charge of Holland. What precludes government for get an information from the ambassador there? Let the ambassador get the information from the Spanish government to see the authenticity of waiting and get and say, yes, not true or not true. Then from there, it behoves government now to say, okay, let us launch an investigation. Continue they expect now that it is evidence that yes, this ship is docked from here. But now this is our alternative. Our alternative is to see who are the people and we get the ship, how they load the ship, how we exit. Who grant them permission for exit. You understand? Because the more you know how we exit, the more you prepare for prevent any occurrence of such.
Now look at the role of the national institutions then in all of this. Now we start with the civil aviation, for instance. We don't see for the second term or two term plane don't land. One be land by Hastings, where the government come, civil aviation will not see anything of concerns. We get one again we land in Lungi, then say we not see anything or such of concerns. What do you think say institutions where they in charge of the report of entries them that their own role in terms of fight against drug?
They're all very mandatory and they're all prescribed by statutory provisions. These are institutions established by an act of parliament, where the rules, the functions, well prescribed and defined within the very acts we establish them. But as we say, because then they failed for comply, because then they failed for go to institutional compliance as to procedures, as to laws, that it make we get the institutional blunders there where they happen. And when you get too much of institutional blunders, it undermines the very fabric of we democracy. Say what you want to say. Sierra Leone is dealing with a constitutional democracy, of which it is very defined in our 1991 constitution. So if then institutions that were supposed for enforced, for manage, for prevent, and for make sure say them preserve the respect, dignity, and sanctity of the country, and with democracy will be practice, but then they go the other way around, then it shows we are not progressive. We are not progressive positively.
Not only like now, just an example of the Civil Aviation Authority, we then they in charge of the airspace, but we get the waterways, we are the marine, the ports, and other one there. What do you think say them for play now the new role in all of these in curbing out some of the allegations here around Salone?
Their role is they get for up the game and make sure say they comply towards the very policies or laws we make them they exist. Say if you roll now for make sure say you're able to prevent crime. If you roll now for make sure say legitimate boats then they dock and come in, do them. If you roll now for make sure say flights before it left a Salone, it will be thoroughly checked and for go through the normal procedures as prescribed by law, or flights where they come, you get for do them. By extension, let's assume now then say these boats dock na Wataki, because that's the way we say, because we talk about exit point, we talk about key. Now there is no way you can take away the Wataki, even if you want to look at the marine aspect. You cannot take away again the marine institution. But however, one thing we're very catchy, now that this is a young man with in charge of Wataki. Say what you want to say. There are other things them way it don't bring us development now Wataki. But if you keep on, they get information associated to drugs business where they exit Nawataki and they enter in Nawataki, it already frustrate and even undermine in efforts where it don't they make for achieve anything, especially when the information out there is being alleged that the kingpin is married to the first family in Pekin. Imagine. In other words, it don't become an in-law as alleged as the information to go out there. And the head of Wataki is part of the first family by extension. Okay, now the younger brother of the first gentleman of this country. So you know what in the one day they communicate out there, it tells you that probably there is a systematic and organized system would already established. Say, now if it is true that just Leiden, now in-law to the first family, it already also don't become an in-law to Yakuba Bio. So by extension, there is a relationship of Usai, I they watch you back, you watch me back. You understand?
But I don't
so
say they not sabi this man.
No, I'm just saying.
Look at video of the first lady.
No, listen, what's in the chat for talk. Listen, I'm saying the allegations out there. Are you understanding? I'm just trying to establish a syndicate. If the allegation out there up to now, we not see an evidence or we not see a thorough explanation where they dispute that. To deny, for that denying you, Usman say I not sabi you, it's not enough. That is a common thing. But Usman I not sabi you, but Usman sabi you ba. I don't want to see you. That is common. Maybe you they see blue, Raman they see white. So, but what thing would they try for establish now that if that allegation they out there, you understand? And now we they see again issues then they relate to somebody when are the first family member, they are head of an institution, and this institution is being alleged of exiting of drugs or entering of drugs. You understand, by allegations. Right. It's to some extent technically confirming that this man is here and is being protected, and his job is well done and executed with the protection of the, you know, which is very bad. And it's frustrating for the young man Seth Nawataki.
Alright, continue for the way to inside the program. Ibrahim Soridumbuya, the executive director for League of Democracy and Advocate. We'll come back. You and Mr. Sundugo tell me if Natem for the president you put na corner some of them people in the with the institution there in terms of investigation. We go for a break. When we can continue the program. Good morning, Saloon.
Cecil, do you know any sharp user I go able get quality laptop or desktop computer for buy? When I go give me wahala like the last one?
Aisha, you see this Dell computer na me hand? It don't pass 8 years from where I begin user. It no one day give me problem. Na Palestino International in shop, na 5 and 6 Gloucester Street, na they are buyer. Not to copyright Palestino they sell, na original. You see this me plasma TV, this Samsung home theater, me standing fan and mobile phone. Every day when you see them, it's like a new one. They don't pass 8 years na me hand. Palestino don't open Palestino International Computer Shop na 3 Bojon Street Bow. Also you they get all kind computer for buy. For more, just call 076 56 5432 077 80 5898. Palestino International in Computer Shop, all team day for you.
Come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We look at the 4 sets of text messages then, and we continue for look at more issues inside the program Good Morning Saloon. The first one from we 077-981-981 line. This one to say, good morning 98.1. Please tell your guest Solomon that the vessels under investigation is carrying the Comoros flag and not that of Sierra Leone. This information is publicly available. more text messages them inside the program Good Morning Saloon on the story where we run on the PR system. He say, good morning. The only way to reduce this tension and fight in politics is to begin to pay the president the same like a principal and pay ministers and parliamentarians the same as they are paying teachers and the police. From CC Rights.
This other one from Christiana Patsin. Say, I have traveled many times without experiencing such embarrassment. It is either he was acting suspicious or he has suspicious item with him or he's simple not saying the truth.
More messages them inside the program Good Morning Saloon from Issa Mansari. Say, you guys are not sincere to the country. There is evidence that Umar Sharif is here. There is no evidence that Umar Sharif is here. You guys are just spoiling the image of the country.
This other one from Amara Farmer. I say, good morning, Radio Democracy. Issues about drug in Sierra Leone is not about politics, but a fight for all Sierra Leonean. Come out from Amara Farmer Nalungi.
More messages them inside the program Good Morning Saloon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and then message and I don't send on 077-981-981, and also now we Facebook page. We continue for take more of them. This one from Mohammed Toure. Say, what are you expecting of those institutions when position of trust participating for before any reports statements from those institutions are thoroughly scrutinized before it goes out to the public?
This one from Abubakar Rashid. Say, una don't make politics don't so blind una that nationalism and patriotism all don't go down. Serious drug issue with the country for handle serious one. You the talk minor say Salone and Holland no get extradition treaty, but Spain they catch cocaine ship we come out na Sierra Leone.
Okay, this one from Horatio Max Gove. It say the PR system is a good proposal for power sharing at the executive level also.
This other one say it's hard time government come on board to clear the name of the country.
From the messages here, so they come now studio back and reached out to studio guests them for responding. We continue for look at issues inside the program Good Morning Salon. Solomon Sundu, some messages them come and you go respond to them, and within you take on the institutions that we serve, and we most of them things that they revolve around.
Yeah, make I just the one way talk about the ship in dock one way say the flag where they carry not a Salone flag. I think say in a professional discussion we they discuss, and we they talk about institutions the way they offer licenses to cargoes and within the shore, we illegal all over the country, because I tell when I say marine na one side where they make money for the country. Let the public know say Salone get rights for give license to cargo where they go up and down. But are they properly doing their job? The other we talk about say extradition treaty. That's the law. If there is no treaty between you and any other country, where the world now they go as a global world join together. I think say the government of Netherlands and Salone get forced to do now and say not only on this campaign where they allege, because everything is alleged. Always we talk now we say allege. Let the government come out and give me one statement. But make a zoom on the National Drug Laws Enforcement Agency. We now don't limit themselves to a working National Task Force on Drug Agencies in Sierra Leone. You talk about international, you talk about institutional collaboration. Me they say we lack interministerial coordination. I want to agree with you, because if most of them say where they come out, as governments, as unayeri, ministries, departments, and agencies were responsible that this sector. For example, you talk about Arbor Authority, you talk about the marine sector, you talk about the even the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, we responsible for all of them. So we are the superintendent ministry. When I come together, do una investigation on time, and come out to the public with one voice. I agree to talk to Mr. Will, where they talk say no, he not be talk say the ship not dock naya, it just say them on investigations. anything we border investigation, anything we na for blackmail the country. And as that individual they talk, and not they only bother the people away in authority, but me as that lay person when a Salomon, I don't talk say it will affect me movement, it will affect Ibrahim Sori movement, it will affect Musa, it will affect everybody, it will affect person we attach, to Salon. So now we constantly in name that cleanliness we not get nothing for do with drug, but now we they suffer them. On the other hand, you ask yourself, this institutional collaboration, are they really effective? Me brother, you talk about Yakuba don't do so much na the water. Me, I don't like to point finger at individuals. You talk about if governments or the president supposed to lay them people in and put them aside. Yes, like what he do to immigration, like what he do to the other side way, as information they come saying at this, when you don't sack, also continue for do investigations. Why then say they go on? I don't want to allege. Me not they go then say that is me, the Solomon Sundu. I believe in doing my own investigations and it's on waiting person they tell me. The issue of drug na Sierra Leone, I don't give a historical background as to former president them we don't dey and now this one. We no want them for salon. We get millionaires way for sell salon. We want investors in for come for me they can develop salon. President to go out to say let them can invest in salon, but not to for can invest in drug. That's the point I'm making. Okay. And for everybody where they within ministries, departments, and agency, always we say, let us have this interministerial coordination so that when things they happen, una we responsible for that sector, una for come out and talk to the people of Masalium. Okay. You talk about PROs within ministries, departments, and agencies. What are they doing? Because for every ministry, say this is our PRO. Not so one of the top man don't call you so. We need proactive, public relations officers, not the ministries, departments, and agencies. Even if you boss the renege, but you go out there and do your own investigation because you are part of the system.
Okay.
But if we not get a central communicator, wait for till we say this is what is happening and this is not what is happening, meaning they left the public into what's called misinformation.
Well, the Minister of Information and Civic
also
Education.
that
Then don't they do it over the past year? But in this case, we say somehow different.
So now we call on them now say, you try for organize because you know the central for disseminate you know the central hub for disseminate government message and the country message. What should they do? Coordinate. Well, we based on we advocate. It means say we are not here for nothing. Within 12 hours, we want to say that, meaning we are enforcing that this investigation make it be proper, pure and proper, and the statements where they come out. We don't want for a fragmented one. Okay. Where they talk this they talk one. Let the message be segmented and make it come out to the public where the public in mind go clear. And drug issues, I don't talk about all over the world. At the least, they follow international news. Yeah, why we not for blackmail we country in other words. I like you vivid. I get me fumble a day na America in Peking and in 18 year Peking a day it comes salon not to be drug. You don't one day go into drug. When we go America today, then just plan a rehab. Yeah, and 60%. At the talk in the media, 60% of the Americans, the investigations, according to statistics or data we did, most of them are in addiction. Salon, for we now, I know one day, I go sit down now, I don't know if we get factory now with the produce. So now this will come up to it. Salon, need to make arms. But if we talk about dock, we talk about the bill of lading. Any ship where they can dock, mean say, now they can't for take goods, or it can go. So now that point of call with it call on them about authorities, if something they come out go salon or something they can inside, let we know exactly waiting they can inside salon. Let we know exactly waiting they come out. So that if they go, they not say okay na salon. If they say doc, it don't come on other country them, but it don't pass through salon. Now like when you get how you call them stations, like when you say bus station, let me at this other point. Let me now so ship they they go with saying. So for me, what can I say on the media? I want to educate me people. Let them understand, not to for blackmail, but let we say the right. Let we call on the authorities. Government will be proactive rather than reactive.
Continue for the way to inside the program, Musa.
Yes, we'll come to Ibrahim, but with the message from Osfred Kamai, say On the 17th May 2026, a post from a verified ex-Twitter account, Velvet, the post mentioned the capture of an international mafia figure, Andrianos Lajdaika, the brother of Jos Lajdaika, Jos. He was wanted with a red notice in Turkey. Just wondering what is intelligence gathering process our police and the just wondering what is the intelligence gathering process our police and related institutions towards transnational drug trafficking, especially with when clarity is not made as to how they came to the conclusion of identifying the person named Omar Sharif. It seems like a conspiracy of silence things. Yeah, Ahmed, without text message, I come to you for respond to messages, then we go for more issues.
One thing I want to make we understand now the reality that yes, sometimes I can always trust the police institution, especially when it comes to investigation. But you know what? Even if you get the most brilliant police officers, or you get the most brilliant police institution, but when you get the existence of drugs, that institution they become corrupted. Now I make this now one of the bad and negative effects of drugs importation and exportation in any country, or drugs existence in any country, because it a corrupt institution, make institution them blind. So it is not that maybe the police they don't know, they don't get the equipment, or they don't get the know-how for no side this person there, but maybe to some extent, maybe if this not the man really they talk about and the existence of drugs are really associated to Sierra Leone, it makes institution become corrupted. So for let you get access for CDM, I mean, for let you get well, not to access for CDM because you get access for CDM, but for let you pull them now do, they the problem there.
Right.
Now I make
somebody asks, say, if you get evidence where they should say the person we married to the pine picking allegedly, if you get evidence saying not just than the.
Well, until the person say don't confirm, say so if the person we married this.
Is the allegation you make?
I'm subscribing.
I'm
coming. I'm subscribing from the I'm subscribing from the Dutch government and the European countries the way they look for this man. It is evident that they requested that an image where they see, and that image it depicts very close and proximate to the president at a particular gathering where they go. So the Dutch government say that particular person there, even the Belgian government they look for that particular person there, we want her. Now, information go around and say that particular person there they date the first family in Pekin. So it's an allegation. But however, the owners now this is not like a criminal trial. When they go say you are SAC must prove. This is a moral responsibility of which we charge the owners on the government or the first family for come out. Remember the last time they say the last time the first family said they not sabi. They say the other information are that is their personal life. Yes, of course, nobody's disputing that. But what we they say, videos them also go out and see this man associated to certain people. But for God's sake, nobody know they tell me say the then CIO, Chief Immigration Officer, was sacked because of administrative blunder. Me, 70% believe say, because that's a democratic right, believe say he was sacked because a video was circulating and he's been associated to this particular person, and even evidence then go out and say with that he buy host them. So it's like suspicious to say how say get money then they for buy the host. And it is possible that this video then see the link you and this possible now to the worker. And the allegations were out there. So waiting we they say government get the responsibility now for say, okay, it's too much. For more than suspect say this person they live now. okay, we now woman sheriff. Okay, but Lord try now Lord do this way. Say Lord see if not so in Dutch government no go take her. If na in they take her.
But the police say Umar Sheriff self not dey again.
Well, the police in the first place now they begin blunder from the word inception because such a serious allegations of certain person, and there is no possibility. Would I go give them the passport? When they talk say the name Urenge na Umar Sheriff, would I go give them the idea? It is the same man. So that man ought to have been in custody until he confirm and say no to this man.
Right. So you see
so
you see how we talk about interministerial coordination. They are saying Usai money they into drug. You know, Usma when they talk about something, Usai drug they peddle. We need to see the money. We they talk I like business, but we need to see the profits. What should they say now? If the government for be proactive, put a random sum. Anybody like when you ask, you know, me brother the question, do you have a proof? Or it's just an allegation. Put a random sum, say we are putting out $250 United States dollars for anybody we go carry with just deck for say we get some. That's one proactive move. Right. Whether they will talk about $100,000 today, where me Usman where me brother ways to do we know. Say this person they will not go prove them. Right. So God I will go prove them. Okay. So let government be proactive rather than reactive. When I put a random sum. Okay. Say if anybody able for bring this man, they can put now $250,000 raw cash as a counter will they give you. So that will make the thing be simple. So that's only allegation. Wait till they say now it will come out plain.
When we come back, we'll look at waiting at the way forward as way forward against the issue of drug in the country. We'll go for a break.
James can look at the dogs. They take them. Go watch them. Junkie boy there. Me no one let them call me junkie boy. Me no one let them call me junkie boy. Why yo, mama, me head they fly. 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 As them take round, they can turn like clown. They bring they go round and round. They are why me head they fly. Oh, yeah, you sorry yo. They know they was hey, they know they bab hey. Watch them see then they come. Mama keep you pot, you pan, you ask and you la party. But if them go sell na cartel, what a big problem oh. But we begin then tomorrow. If we all join another sun and rain, teach them then go no. Junkie boy, never me no one let them call me junkie boy. Me no never me no one let them call me junkie boy. Why yo, mama, me head they fly. Why yo, mama, me head they fly. Bad boy, what you need to do? What you need to do when they come for you? Bad boy, what you need to do? What you need to do when they come for you? Bad boy, what you need to do? What you need to do when they come for you? Junkie boy, mama, I just see you like slow, mama. I just see you like fall picking, mama. Mama, you not fall picking. Shh, mama, shh. You not fall picking, mama. Me head don't scatter, me head don't fire, me mama me don't want me. Why? Me head don't scatter, me head don't fire, me mama me don't want me. Why? Me head don't scatter, me head don't fire, me mama me don't want me. Why? Me head don't scatter, me head don't fire, me mama me don't want me. Me no one let them call me junkie boy. Me no never me no one let them call me junkie boy. Look then they stagger, look then they maga. They waka like without the claim na ladder. Junkie man then wait on a feather. Then they fred water dot in the kitchen lapa. If them pass your victim then go Allah. Soak gin go lost, one boost go lost. But them back calling, back about sign the letter. We tire with them junkie, them feel say them funky. Then are the waste product inside this country. When I don't blast them as in tanky. Junkie boy, me no want cocaine and me no want brown, me no want pills. Why? Me head don't scatter, me head don't fire, me mama me don't want me. Why? Me head don't scatter, me head don't fire, me mama me don't want me. Why? Me head don't scatter, me head don't fire, me mama me don't want me. Why? Me head don't scatter.
Well, I hope so you enjoy that music though again inside the program. The song titled Junkie Boy by Emerson. We'll take Wakabot when you come. We continue for look at messages and take some others to read them.
Another morning again, at the Tuesday, the country don't feel bad, Juman country. All man they buy and sell mine. I get information say, they don't sell Kissy mess barrick. Nothing, alright. And see, na me Juba barrick, now na kiss barrick. If not true, this country they go one way where I don't understand. Very soon I get the gold mine, sell Juba barrick, and this place na historical place. When I get the gold mine, sell them to foreigner mine. Don't know say una dey go build other side, una dey go make new barrick. Why una know me upgrade the barrick and tell the person for go buy other side? But anyway, elect Igote, we must know the people that will sell them and they want them where they be in them. It's Alex say this country, a man they want done them. Now I make that they can say, if this country na me mango, enough for the beer again, they think for don't die mine. The government will no get mind, no get mind. We waiting at the country will no able to take care of we, give we basic service, don't you go to other people then back for car with them. No wonder when you see that boy Uncle Donald, mean they say elect going name. Bio na for that business day. Na in that boy, where they say I don't know if na secretary press, they all about say breaking news for the first time. So if Uncle Donald call going name, what he mean? Bio na this he mean for car with people then at the country we not belong to we. They don't go take almost $1 million. But anyway, net go turn something pa unu mine. Imeka member mi manu, Osamu, how you do it? We short Amute don't left in case God they pray for the country. Must know we don't give up na dunia. Osamu, anote at the election the Kenya, we will begin to you back mine. I just tell you I do. Finally, not to forget about Zain mine. After we don't sentence Zain, it don't go ying. Now Zain we don't forget to mine. Zain then in corner, it go this wet and dry. But when you come on a do, you go know what is it now in a community. I dey for you, if funny. PPSL party, the woman, the wing, the defect for motoka. This place I don't turn comedian and comedy environment. I want to go fetch for Toyota Hilux motoka. Now say sometime una want on a poda. Tiwo na for settle for unusef. Pass una go put on a social media. I did that video of Fatio where Fatty say, and not a be Uncle Josh, and I know me show any man mine. That's okay. Where see Mama don't talk say, and not a be Uncle Josh for him picking. All man no one problem. Me na the honorable Piki Walkabout.
From Walkabout, we continue for a look at more issues. We take Wampawe headlines tourism. We go say the National Coordinator for Civil Rights Coalition, Alfonso Mali, don't ask the new Executive Director for the National Sport Authority and the Ministry of Sport for make people begin contributing to the National Sports Basket Fund. Well, for more on this, we joined Jaffa Mans Davis.
Apart from the different medal and trophy cabinet with sports and discipline and non bring for Salon for take international competition they wouldn't take part from. Boku challenge complain, doubt about government support to plenty sports and discipline. Now some pan the central reason them for the slow pace to the development where they happen across Boku sports in the country. Dentia plus Copper challenge now they responsible for the lack of recognition for Boku sports them, better competition we no day, infrastructure challenge and other issue them. This make Radio Democracy decide for look inside waiting the sports sector for expect from the National Sport Authority now, where dem just don't get new executive director. But first, let we listen to them where they unbug sport na the country.
Well, today now, there have been a lot of progress. Along those progresses, there have also been challenges. And also want for reach at sports, we not all reach year 8. We for ensure say each and every discipline gets a plan. Firstly, all them associations that they go register with National Sports Authority. You get the responsibility for scrutinize the way they go register. For say indeed, you're not supposed to be association, you not get what it take and not go register. Because as long as I register, you they look for support from. One of the big mistakes go enact NSA, the director of sports, now the technical advisor to the minister of sports, and not the permanent secretary. But when you look at the composition of the board of the NSA, and the permanent secretary, it can be saying no anything but sports business, but it's a be administration. How for administer the ministry run. If you go sit down at that board, whose technical advice he go give? Now the director of sports for Sidon Day.
That's not the national coordinator for Civil Rights Coalition, Alfonso Mali, as he been explained. But the current status of sports in the country. This make you continue for talk about waiting the National Sport Authority for focus and strategy now on with the new executive director for Gitrank to sports development in the country.
I first want to congratulate him. A very good pick. I also want to tell and say, they aware say, they in the ministry, then forget collaboration. If impasse they put all the other staff there aside, they're not involved, and then impasse then they. Let them be professional for manage sports. Make it left the board and the ministry for interrelate. So if you're not staff now the NSA, know you all, not put much per ministry fets. Be professional, work with the association them. So this new executive director, I don't begin see, don't go meet the minister, I don't pledge professionalism, they don't pledge say they go coordinate, they go collaborate. Now, if you don't do that, push the ministry for carry the Sport Development Foundation for going to parliament, so money go there for support all other registered sporting discipline under the National Sport Authority.
From Civil Society Voice on Sport, I turn the mic to sporting discipline them for your own side on waiting. Then say they expect now from this new leadership at the National Sport Authority as the president for the Salon Cricket Association, Francis Trevor Samoa, and the head coach for Salon Aquatics, Jibril Kanu Bamba, they explain.
We look forward for support for the infrastructural development projects we currently they take place now at the Friday College University of Sierra Leone and the Sussex in the Freetown Peninsula. Therefore, also focus on the key area we will develop sports, the grassroots, now the schools and the universities. We expect government like way they do for the Leone Stars for pay the coaches. They're not only the foreign coach who get the head coaches them of all the national representative sides. Because cricket they suffer, we know they get support from governments when it comes to domestic cricket competitions and when it comes to the international cricket events, we know they get support from government, and then they don't affect we development programs adversely.
And we found out say 90% of the work now the Shaka Stevens Stadium swimming pool done. So we do hope that we will get access to that facility there for the train. Since the closure of the stadium, we're able to get a standard facility for training and prepare we athletes them. And above all, we also want to get a national championships with the plan for do by the ending of this year. We're ending up with the swimming clubs them and also invites to the schools them. Let NSA come to be yet because over the years we don't struggle for go compete by international games them. Look like the African championships we not able to go because of we not get the financial support. We also in the national events them we organize the open water events them all the time. It's all on with it.
Citizen them will get interest for sport and in development in the country. Self-call on sporting authority them and the discipline them for work together so that the sector will get the kind of attention and progress will go help for impact young people in life and the country in good name for international competition them. Radio Democracy for the updates the public from term to term on the different change them. What go the happen at the sector for contribute to the development for impact the life of young people and investor them at the different game them for the Society for Radio Democracy. Jaffarmans Davis, they report.
The program Good Morning Salon, the continue inside the program will take another story. Sorry, the Minister of Internal Affairs, Maury Lengo, don't call on Salon people for report any stranger from other country they're not satisfied with to the immigration department. They make this call inside one meeting with stakeholder them na Bombali district and workman them na the immigration department. We then go pull na the new immigration department service na Bombali district. For more on this, make we join Alaji Jalo.
From the time when Salone gained independence inside 1961, plenty Salone people don't they face serious challenge for get passport service. More especially people them we tap na rural community who said they can left them district can come Freetown for get passport service. Where this something can make plenty people can get accidents along the road and lost their life. And so some can spend the rest of the week where they can then a tongue for get them passport service, but they not can get the service where they want. We then challenge the year where Salone people don't they face for get passport service na rural community, make the Ministry of Internal Affairs and the Immigration Department don't embark on the centralization of immigration service na districts them across the country. We said they don't open the immigration service na Kenema and Bombali district for help tap the challenge them where people they face at that part of the country. Forget passport. Way in the talk, the Chief Immigration Officer at the Immigration Department, Dr. Moses Tifa Bayo, talk about the importance of the centralization for passport service na Bombali district.
One thing wey very clearly to me, and the fact that say passport na something where if be poor man o, you need them. If be money man o, you need them. Immigration office below the Makini. But if you still want to take passport, first you go Freetown. If you want to take emergency travel certificate, for example, if I want to go Guinea, imagine Guinea, I can easily go Cambia now. Where is Berry Junction? I don't need for go Freetown. But you go for go Freetown first. Let's say you don't get passport, you want to take emergency travel certificate. First you go Freetown. Before you go take emergency travel certificate, before you come back, you can go so. But now, in the Kaya, you take the emergency travel certificate. You don't need for do nothing with Freetown. The same thing for passport. You don't need for go Freetown. Nobody don't need for put you under that pressure there again. You the Kaya, you do everything. Go then print your passport. They'll go to back, you can collect them.
Where itself the talk, the Minister of Internal Affairs, Moi Lengo, seen for call on Salone people for identify anybody where they believe say no register under the Immigration Department.
Today, a lot of people when they move from the Sahel downwards, when they come, when they settle, will not know if they're not a part of something that you call the terrorist cell. They can stand in a place and they study and they know something happen because of what they happen in the Sahel. Then when something happens, they can get attacked. So there is not any foreigner who they want to also stay. When I make sure the identity, let it go now immigration department, let it register so that we know what another kind person is. Because no one let bad people in there among we.
After the launch for the immigration service, na Makeni Tong, I've been meet and talk with community people and ask them how this office importance to them. And at this time we get for say.
Friday, my sister called me, say I go take passport na free. I go take 2 days. We spend beaucoup money as train. But now I tell God thank you. I tell the minister, tell internal affairs we can make for with the effort. Now we can get this office at Makeni Tora. The president thank you by Julius Madabio. Now the first person after God, now give me the chance for let get office at Makeni for take passport. Glad glad.
Well, the passport is so happy because today on day now very happiest day for we. First, me for go Freetown 2017 for go for that take passport for that go Hajj. For that go get Sunday is nearest to 3 weeks. I know you get some down there. The pastor I'm big sababu. I cry upon cry and I didn't see but me age. And then give me the passport. We don't glad you 100%. Now yeah, too glad it too much.
Then people here end up for tell thank you to President Julius Madabio, the Chief Immigration Officer, and the Ministry of Internal Affairs for bringing passport service na the doorstep. We say and say this office will help tap the challenge them where they be done the face but get passport for the Society for Radio Democracy. Me na Alaji Jalo. They report.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue. It comes to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We continue with the program and we look at more messages them inside the program. We want to send on with 077-981-981 and also now we Facebook page. Usman.
This one from Tamba G. Beto. I say if people have evidence of the presence of Umar Sharif and know where he lives. Let them expose them than only sitting on radio to make noise.
This one from Abubakar Rashid. Abubakar Rashid says, but the Inspector General of Police is on record that the person they know is Umar Sharif, accepting that the person is in question is not Josh Laidaka but Umar Sharif.
This one from Fode Darami Kabaka, he say, had you ever seen the individual in person, but you, the same journalists, are the same people killing the image of the country by keeping talking about issue that is not relevant?
Okay, this one they say, as a nation, from Mystic Nadwazak, as a nation, Salon's image in the international community is being negatively affected by growing drug-related issues. The recent seizure in Spain has further worsened the situation. Let us all join hands to protect Sierra Leone from all drug-related activities. This is a great concern we should treat with seriousness.
This one from Supercaps, Fode Kaba say the issue of drug-related matters is not really good for the country, and is the fight of all Sierra Leoneans, not the government alone, as it is bring repetition damage to our country, especially when you want to travel out of Sierra Leone.
More messages them inside the program on around the send on with 0779819181, also on our Facebook page and the YouTube page. Okay, well, with them messages there, where they come to we studio guest them. Usman again anymore?
Yes, this one from YouTube page. This one say the country is bigger than the said drug lord of anyone else, and this other one say if it is here, then prove it, and another one say take me to the ISIS if confirmation. All right, these are some of the messages. Somebody say the media now really tarnish the image of the country by talk on things that were not relevant.
You see, now that's what they say, Usman, that the media integral as the role for educate, entertain, and inform the public, very integral when at the fourth estate. So you see in my premise where I talk say, we will disseminate message. Make we not just see something because of any attachments. We will not do proper investigation. Then we just take them for say no. One forget. Well, people can say if for make you, for example, in the print media, you get for make you newspaper sensational, meaning the headlines. Because as it say, Sierra Leone has been named for drug, blah, blah, blah. The people, it's sensational. People go buy the paper, not also. But let us not give a caption where go dance the image of the country. Because not to the country. Now we are the people. And we were in a salon. Now we all name with the dance. In another word, not to salon name. Now we the Sierra Leoneans. Let people understand that. The country, there's a country. Me and you get for car and pass and go. But me Naya as Solomon, you as Usman, Musa, and Ibrahim, sorry. If, for example, they leave one for travel, now me you get the effects. So the call here is, let we all do we work. Let we stop the blackmailing, whether or not on politics or not. I talk about political party financing. This is the time we all for join hand together on the good governance program. As I begin question, I call on PPRC. How them for really look into political parties in Sierra Leone. How are they getting their money? How are they really, like for example, you get talk about America, where they want to see they support you presidential candidates, they will say this $1 or $1.50 or $2. Let PPRC begin they now check the one them way they come in them political parties there. Whose side did they get the political party financing? Because if we get a pin now, we don't see, as I don't mention, the three presidents they all. Now we don't cancel President Julius Maada Bio. Then so we get this man allegedly. When we don't say, Lord, put Parasa will say $1 million because now we name big na Kimping. Let's allow man then can say there. But also, let we begin check the political party there because when we talk now, governments in and out, who sign money they na they want. But we the Sierra Leoneans don't want that. We don't want drug money. We don't want for let drug money swayed. Now, few people the benefits out of that one day.
Okay.
And the thing is, the consumption of past we talk about kush, then other substance there.
Someone do they come back to you, Ibrahim Suri. Plenty people believe say by talking about the issue of drug na radio or as a journalist reporting about it is a means, or civil society for talk about drug means say they damage the country image and not patriotic?
Well, I think the personal opinion, because to me, I speak with empirical fact. The issue of drugs, not to me just a gap and talk about. But the fact with it out there, my responsibility is to analyze the facts, investigate the truth, and explain negative effects. Even with assumption, it is our responsibility to explain that assumably this thing they exist, now this is not the bad effect, or now this is not the good effect. That is my role as a democracy advocate. So if such a person, I mean, I get right to your opinion, but one thing they tell people, and a lot of people know now that always we discuss about these drug issues. These are facts that are out there. It is a fact that the Dutch government has identified Joe Leiden that they are, and they no request for him. You can't challenge me. You challenge the evidence being presented by the Dutch government. And image, there is what they call, there is digital analysis of image. There are times the way the advancements of technology don't go, just a single picture. Then you get machine already they pass on to, then they know say exactly na this person, because they already get photos of Joe Leiden. So they go tell you say when they pass this image, they give you 80%, 90% say this image na this person. So it is not me speaking. And also talking bad about the government's image towards drug issue, I'm not speaking bad. I am holding government accountable about exiting and entering of narcotic drugs where they don't catch in other parts of the world, associating it to my country. So I feel pain, and it's painstakingly for let me for able to explain, especially when I don't get first-hand experience of traveling with Sierra Leone passports. And I know the effects on people who want to go secure visa for medical, studies, business, leisure time, how it will affect with immigration status and with visa invitation or status. So now, for let people they try for the act of triviality, it is not only within the government setting, it is also between the ordinary people we feel say they are just supporting in any negative or bad thing. I they feel pain past beaucoup people. Some other people and they feel pain past me when they associate with name to drugs. Ask the one them where they study out of Salone right now, where they reside in other countries, they win as students them. The burden we then get, the stigmatization within the facing with regards to Salone is being associated to drugs. Okay. If I wake in the morning tomorrow, then Lord we say Abidjan tell we say then catch drug trade come on Salone. It is not my right to speak about it. It is my right to speak about it. Okay. I'm not only speaking on defaming government, but I'm analyzing facts tied to the evidence and news out there, and also calling government to attention to say, on this issue, you need to be transparent. And now I'm holding you accountable to come out and explain to the people, clarify, challenge evidence that you have seen. For Joe Leiden, there are evidence being submitted to the Attorney General. Government challenge this evidence now. Now we are still saying that they're on discussion. That tells you government not still able for absolutely come out and say this man no dey. Because for let the Attorney General say to extradite any person, they are looking to the evidence and they have to go through court. Why do I need to go through court if I don't say this person no dey? I need not to make such a statement. I will just simply say I know they countenance the extradition request because this man no dey. And I've got a confirmed information from the police say this particular man no dey. But going further, for make a public statement and say we are examining the evidence and we have procedures to go to court for extradite XYZ, that tells you it's an inference of fact.
Okay.
But however, me hold as a human rights defender, it is to still question government exercise and ask government to comply to specific laws, especially treaties they will not subscribe to internationally, and also to remind governments that if we keep the get estrangement with other countries, them it affect with economic goods, we decentralize development. How that they happen, my brother? Dutch government gets a financial role when they play to Salone. If they stop not for assist you in that financial thing, it affects we. And we get serious economic crisis now when our challenges. Now electricity with the struggle pan. So now car power ship right now no in other functions. Government say car power ship say government owe them. So you know there are other issues, and also then complaints that in the EU. Some of us who are human rights defenders, we are part of the EU Human Rights Forum.
Okay.
So we know some of the issues there, and if EU pile government to government, then it means, well, for how they get, if they're sanctioned, we no problem.
All right, we can look at that. Continue for the with me inside the program. Ibrahim Soge Dumboya Musa.
Yes, we continue for look at issues. We go say the executive director of the National Public Health Agency, Professor Fodisa, don't assure people not for afraid as the country not get any confirmed or suspected Ebola case yet. Make this assurance inside one engagement with them all, with the media, market woman, religious leader, and other body them for give updates about our government's preparedness and waiting person for make them not get the Ebola sick na Salone. Well, from on this we join Karifa to contain.
May 15 this year, the Democratic Republic of Congo been declared a major Ebola outbreak na the Ituri province na DR Congo, where this make the World Health Organization don't officially classify this as public health emergency of international concern, where this make country na the world don't they put measure them in place for make sure say the sick no go na the country. And Salone na one panen country yeah.
The Public Health Emergency Operations Center has been activated to level 2, that is heightened readiness. The National Emergency Health Committee has been convened to oversee the government's response. 2, enhanced screening at all points of entry, the Lungi International Airport, the Queen Elizabeth Quay, and all major land crossing points. That is in Cambia, Balamoya, Kailahun. These are fully operational with trained personnel. 3, we want to pre-position emergency supplies, personal protective equipment, isolation materials, and rapid diagnostics are now being mobilized to be released in the western area and at high-risk border districts in Cambia, Koinadogu, and Kailahun. 4, rapid response teams are on standby in all 16 districts.
You be listen to the Executive Director of the National Public Health Agency, Professor Fodesa. Be they talk about some party measure them where governments don't put in place for CC, the Ebola sick no come na Salone. But waiting different from the current Ebola sick from the one where the world be experienced inside 2014. The Director of Surveillance and Applied Epidemiology na the National Public Health Agency, Dr. James Squire, he explained.
But this time around, the strain that is being detected is different from the strain that we got in Sierra Leone, and that is the Bundibugyo strain. And the other thing that is different from this strain compared to the one that we have is that there is no vaccine. The one that we have, we have been able to develop vaccines for that one, but this one is still under development and even treatment. But however, with early detection and supportive care, it can help a lot in terms of saving lives as well.
This Ebola outbreak na DR Congo and Uganda don't make Salone people don't begin afraid. Where this make the Executive Director na the National Public Health Agency, Professor Fodesa, that assure people not for afraid as the country not get any suspected or confirmed Ebola case.
Sierra Leone has no confirmed, no suspected, or no probable case of Ebola. We are currently Ebola free. Let's get that straight. Sierra Leone is currently Ebola free.
And continue for talk about some panic sign them of this new Ebola sick.
Sudden fever, severe headache, vomiting, diarrhea, unexplained bleeding, or rash, particularly after recent travels from DRC or Uganda. Do not wait. Do not visit a crowded facility. Call 117 first.
Professor Fodesa end up call on people for call 117 or go to the nearest hospital for report any of them sign here when they see per person at a different community than at the country. For Radio Democracy, Mina Karifa to consider the report.
Well, from that report today, they can round up the program. We come to Solomon Sundu from Bianchi, the Executive Director. You round up statements in less than 1 minute. We not get time again.
Yes. Waiting me one for the pressure as we continue for put pressure on governments for make them get one statement and let alone free himself from these allegations. We can recall one of the things we can say the sector the way responsible. Let's say for example they don't ban tramadol. We be again where one blame when they put on the media. We then catch is it the ship from Cambodia we can dock we then catch how many millions of tramadol. But that one was not propagated.
Okay.
Yeah, now other country come out. But it cannot salo olam. So what for they do? Then ministries, departments, and agencies, as they say, una do una work effectively. And una get interministerial coordination. Then government, this 12 hours una don't give, we they call on una come with one voice. And una make sure say una strengthen if na the post bother them, if na any side we just they would have put $1 million, let anybody we know side they
like you willing for go for manhunt for Josh?
Oh yes, I will go because it's $1 million or more than that.
Thank you very much, Solomon Sundu, Executive Director for Bianchi Foundation. Ibrahim Suri, quick one, 30 seconds in your round-up statement.
My round-up statement now for encourage government for intensify the search of the kingpin and for comply with bilateral relationship.
Thank you.
Yes, there is no treaty between the Salon and Dutch government, but there are alternatives as to treaties, like the ad hoc agreement, and you can get also special agreement. These are ways you can enter with Dutch, and if the said person is here, you extradite the person.
Thank you.
And I want for encourage all Sierra Leoneans for stay calm, continue for support government in any information where you get as towards stability.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim Suri Dumbuya, Executive Director, League of Democracy Advocates, for joining me in this edition of the program. Today we look at the allegation of drugs drugs trafficking in Salon. Usman Kamara.
Well, I good the cutting of the program. Good morning, Salon. We come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Plenty thank you to producers up to you, along with support from Kabia. Plenty thank you to Mary Kama Bango and make see you live on Facebook. Clifford Walker, aka DJ Cliff, make give technical support. So to meet another 10 minutes, Usman Kamara.
Musa Kamara, bye bye.